May 28, 2015 on the Sci-Fi Network. They aired WWE SmackDown. It was the SmackDown happened 2 days earlier on the 26th at the Mohegan Sun at KC Plaza in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. In the third match of the evening, we had Rusev versus Ryback, as these two are two of the men who are going to be in that IC Elimination Chamber match, as we had just seen two of the other opponents in that match out of the six. So we saw four of them in competition. Of course, Sheamus came out and attacked R-Truth and King Barrett. But here we had Rusev versus Ryback, and before the match, they actually were had a backstage segment with Renee Young interviewing Lana, and she was asking about with her and Rusev, what happened there on Monday night. Lana said that her emotions got the best of her. She almost took Rusev back. And then Renee Young asked, what is the nature of her relationship with Dolph Ziggler? She said she doesn't have a relationship with Dolph Ziggler. Renee Young said, it looked like you guys are more than just friends. And that's when Rusev showed up. So Rusev confronted Lana, and he said that he's over her. He's not jealous. He doesn't care. He's over it. He beat up Dolph Ziggler, and that when he beat him up, he's just having to pay for what Lana did, and that he really could care less, and that Dolph Ziggler is like a chicken, that he didn't show up to SmackDown because he doesn't want no part of Rusev. That's what Rusev was saying. Basically, that's the gist of it. So Lana actually looked like she was actually, a little bit, upset, I guess would be the word, that Rusev wasn't jealous. So it looked like Lana actually still loves Rusev, and she wants to get back with him, and that she's just trying to make him jealous and make him see the error of his ways. Although Rusev does not look like he is about to actually realize the mistake that he has made in the way he's treated Lana. So Rusev went out there to face Ryback, and so they went at it. It was a physical match. I thought it was a pretty good match, actually. It's these two big brutes, just a brawling action. Ryback was getting trolled early. And like I said, for two big guys, they actually are pretty darn good wrestlers. They're not just physical brawlers. They actually can, wrestle a little bit. More so than the brawlers and the big men of the past, definitely. And Rusev, of course, is a submission expert. So they were going at it. Like I said, Ryback was in control. Of course, he tossed Rusev to the outside. That was somewhat of a mistake, because once they got outside, Rusev then took back control. They ended up going to commercial, and they came back. They're back in the ring. They're going at it. Rusev was more in control. Ryback, it was kind of back and forth. But then they went back outside the ring, and when they went back outside the ring, Rusev maybe seems to kind of like hurt his ankle the first time he had gone out, and even the second time. But he was favoring the ankle, but he just started tossing Ryback over and over into the ring post, at which point the referee called for disqualification. So I guess it was a little bit too excessive. You can throw him in the ring post once, maybe twice, but if you just keep on doing it, then you're going to get DQ'd. And then even after the DQ, Rusev taking out his frustrations on Ryback, tossing him into the steel steps. And you can see Rusev was visibly hurting emotionally and physically, as he definitely is feeling the loss of Lana, and he also was favoring that ankle. So we'll see, where that leaves him heading into Elimination Chamber. As Ryback getting a little beat up here, and Rusev with his ankle looking worse for wear. Looks like this match might have actually hurt their chances of winning the IC belt, as it looks like Sheamus, heading into Elimination Chamber, looks to be the guy with the most momentum right now. Of course, it could be any man could win it out of the six. It's going to be an awesome match for sure. I definitely can't wait to see that. It's hard to say, who's going to win or who should win. I almost would say they should just put it on Rusev. I know a lot of people, I'm sure you hate Rusev, but he is an excellent performer. He's great as a heel. Also, Ryback as well. I think Ryback's actually pretty good. I know, there's mixed reactions. Some people love him, some people hate him. I actually think, the hate's a little bit unwarranted. I think he's actually been, coming a long way. He's grown leaps and bounds on the mic and in the ring just over the past couple years. I mean, it takes time. It's a tough business. It's a tough sport to actually, get down and to be the best in the world. Not to say that they are, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, I thought it was a pretty good match. You know, it ended in a DQ, but I mean, not every match is going to end in a pin. I think it's actually good to have variation, not always have the same ending, mix it up. A DQ once in a while is a good thing, especially with them heading into Elimination Chamber. So I thought it was pretty good. I thought it progressed things along pretty well, and I'm definitely looking forward to Elimination Chamber. And I'm also interested with, you know, what are going to be the ramifications coming off of this match towards Elimination Chamber. Is Rusev favoring that ankle? Is that going to have an effect on him in the match? Also, Ryback, you know, after the beating that Rusev just put on him in this match, a match that at one point he looked to be in control of, but then by the end of it, he was just laid out after going into the ring post, going into the steel steps. So how's that going to affect Ryback and his chances at Elimination Chamber? Let me know, though, what you think in the comments section below about this match. What do you think about the backstage interview with Lana and Renee Young, and then what Rusev came out there and what he had to say? I thought it was, you know, very well presented. I thought it moved the story along really good. I think it's a very entertaining story, very believable. You know, it's really hooks you in. It's pretty real. And freaking, you know, Lana's doing an excellent job, and so is Rusev with being a jerk. You know what I mean? It's just entertaining to watch for sure. And like I said, I'm definitely enjoying the ride, and I'm interested to see where they take us with this and where it ends up going. Hopefully there's a good payoff, but we'll see. That remains to be seen. Let me know, though, what you think in the comments section below. Like I said, I'm very interested to read your thoughts and opinions.